arrange the clips, and we're going to fire on. All right, so without any further ado, let's get started. So I'm using Premiere Pro 2024, which you're seeing up here, and I have some clips I shoot recently for a Yellowcast, which is a program I am ambassador on, or basically it's a brand deal. So I have a 3 camera angle. So one is my screen, like I was screen recording, and then the two of them happens to be the two happens to be the camera I was shooting on. This one is screen, and this one is okay. So this one is the other camera. Yes, is the other camera that was just very close to me and all of that. So I have 2 camera angle plus my screen. So each of them have various audio. So we need to sync them so that we can. So I'm just going to remove this, and then now one thing we will want to go and do is that each must have a separate timeline if I want them to really sync. Yeah, so they must have a separate timeline. Yes, so if they are on the same timeline, the possibility is that it's not going to sync. So I'm just going to spread them across like this. Then I'm going to highlight all of them. Then you just right click and you see synchronize here. In years before, you have to do it manually and all of that. So but now you just need to go to and click on synchronize. So it's asking you which of the clips should you use as a reference point. So if you look here, our audio 1, so we'll go back and check which one is our audio 1. So our audio 1 happens to be, which clip is that? Okay, this is our audio 1. So this is, yes, it's our audio 1. If I click on this, so if I click on this, yes, it's our audio 1. Can you see? So it's asking which one is the reference. So just right click on the synchronize. I'm just going to allow it to be audio, and then I'm allowing it to be our channel 1. All right. So once that is done, I'll just click on OK, and then we'll just watch it do its thing. You can see it has synced the entire audio together. The video and the audio have been synced together. Sorry. Now, this audio, this very video is on the same line, but first let's just ripple clip it so that it can come to the beginning. So I'm just going to make selection of this, and I'm going to draw it down. Now do the same thing with this without shifting it. All right, because at the end of the day, that's exactly what we have. So if we play this now, you will hear that the audio are syncing, just that the down ones are the one disturbing. So what we'll do is that we're just going to this is our audio, which is audio 1, this, right? So we'll just do like this, and we'll right click and we'll unlink, and we'll do like this, and then we'll remove it. So we now have just our audio. Oh, sorry, I deleted this audio too. Yeah, so let me put it to this. Yeah, so this, and then I will unlink. Now after unlinking, I delete. So we now have our 3 videos with their various audio. All right, so if you check, the audio is playing very well.
A situation
all
whereby
our clips
they're asking you
are
to
here.
get a free trial. You get a 14 days trial.
So you can see
and you
all our
get
clips
started
are
with it.
here, and
So I am using
rhyming very well. So thank you for watching to this video. If this makes any sense to you, you could just give us a thumbs up and like, share and comment. Come your way again next week with another audio and video syncing video. So thank you for tuning in today. I will see you in the next one. Hi everyone, welcome back. In this video, I will show you how to add background music to your video on Adobe Premiere Pro 2024. Music can completely change the feel of your edit, so let's go. I'm not going to follow the rhythm of my edit. I'm just going to add a background music to show you. So you will be in charge of selecting which music will fit into your video. So I'm just going to go to my anywhere I have music randomly. So I think I have music here. Yes. So I'm just going to pick any sound. These are coming from Epidemic Sound. For us being a YouTubers, so you need that any audio you're adding has to be you have to be very careful about it. All right. So I'm just going to carry it, drag it, and I'm going to put it here directly. Oh, sorry. I'm just going to drag it. I'm not going to just drag it into and take it straight to timeline. So I'll put it here. You can drop it here, but I want to put it on the timeline directly. So let's put it here first. So I will now drag it into the timeline. So once it's at the timeline, you can, this is the all height of the video. Now all I need to do is to loop it. All right. And to loop it, to do that, all I will need to do is to come to the middle of this clip and then make a cut. So once I make a cut, I will take this one here. Then once I've done that, I'll start duplicating until it rounds my video so that it transits well with the across all the video, because sometimes your video must have a very long length in your video, but you need the background music to be all around it. Before you loop this, note that you must first have done adjustment with the audio. You must have adjusted it to fit into the sound of your music. So I can do like this and then right click and then nest it as well, and then as I go to audio gain and reduce it to minus 30, and then I can reduce the volume as well, not speed. I can reduce the volume from the clips, but before you do what I just did now, you must have first round everything around. You must have reduced the audio before you start nesting. So I'm not going to play it because this audio will have effect on my channel, so I'm not going to play the audio. That's why I'm not playing it. I'll just show you how to add it in. So basically, this is how you add the background music to your video on Premiere Pro, and that is it from my end. All you need to do is drag the video, bring it to your project area, then drag it to your timeline, and then adjust the audio, adjust the volume of the audio. After you're done adjusting, you split the clip into two in the middle, then you drag the other one over another, and then you begin to spread it across. That will help you to have a transition of the audio to the end of it without really noticing that there is a change in the audio. All right, that's it from me. Thank you for watching. And before we go, lastly, when at the end of the audio, you need to apply an audio effect. You come to go to effect, then you come to audio transition, then you add this cross exponential fade, add it to the last clip so that it fades the audio. Do that to also your own audio, the main audio here for the clip. Just add it so that at the end they all fades out and dies up. So thank you for watching this video, and if this makes any sense to you, don't forget to like, share, comment, and leave us a comment on what kind of Premiere Pro video you want us to make next, and I will see you in the next video. Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, in any location you're watching, and welcome back. In this tutorial, I will show you how to apply transition between clips in Adobe Premiere Pro. And I'm using Adobe Premiere Pro 2024. So, in Adobe Premiere Pro, transition helps you edit flows smoothly and makes your video look more professional. So let's jump in. Now make sure that your clips are placed face to face each other. They are at one point looking at each other, like the way you see we've edited, we've cut this. We didn't edit this from the very first video we started, so which means we just splitted space in between them. All right. Now, what you need to do next is to open the transition panel. So here, if from my workflow, depending on the workspace you choose, I'm using all panel, and then you will see all the different pan of this in the software. Everything is here, so you can see I have everything. This is how my workflow is. So all I need to do is to go to effect. So on effect now, you will go to video transition down here. So on video transition, there are series of video transition. Now you need to understand which one you need to use. Now we're going to just try out most of them, most of the ones I used. For example, in between clips, I use the cross dissolve. So just apply the cross dissolve here. So let's zoom. So put the cross dissolve again and then draw it. Oh, sorry. Let's put this there and zoom it well. So you click on this dissolve and then you either increase it. Now, if the clips are long, this allows the transition to move.
I have a business
slowly.
Plan
All right.
up there, so I'm
Look
just
at the
going
way
to click
it's going to
on the
transit.
settings down here
So
for us to
without
go through the plans.
you knowing
and
that there
all of
was any form of transition, it just fade in slowly. Now at the end of every clip, like let's say the end of the video, the transition I use is deep to black. So just apply deep to black. So when it reaches the end of the video, it just
I remain
deep
Victor
to black.
Shamaki.
So you see it's just deep to black. Either you use deep to black or you use film dissolve. These are the two various transitions I use.
Has eased all of that stress. You can stream smoothly to as many platforms as possible.
Ending
So
of
do well to like, share, subscribe, and get creating using Yellowcast. Bye bye. I remain Victor Shamaki.
So do you see? So these are the two various transitions that I use for that. So you can try any of these ones. Now, in between clips, before the beginning of the video, sometimes I use the zoom. The cross zoom will allow you just see the video comes in, zoom. That is. So you try in most of these and then you make adjustment based on, and I don't use this on clip most of the time, I use it on the logo or maybe names and all of that. So these are all the transition. You can also have your own preset. These are all the transition that you have. These are page peel. So if I put in a page peel here, you see when this next is coming, when this next clip is coming in, you see it.
On
So you
the
see,
settings down here
peel, then
for
the
us
next
to go
clip
through the
comes in.
plans and
But
all of
not
that.
all of them are really
So on the
good for different things. So this one is like a band wipe, just like a wipe. All of everything has to do there is more
up
like
there.
a wipe.
So I'm just going
kind
to
of
click
effect.
on the settings down
So
here
transitions.
for us to
So you
go
need to
through
know
the plans.
which one is best for you. So under the transition, you go to video transition, and you will see all the various transition that you have there. So you begin to try them out one by one. You apply the transition based on any of them. After you've applied the transition, you make adjustment, like coming to click on the transition, and then you have to zoom it well so that you don't do it on clip. So if I click like this, you see with this allows me to adjust it to the way I should. All right. So once you're done with adjustment, you try as many transitions to see.
We have the starter plan,
your clips, and then when that is done, you're good to go. So here is a quick tip. You can set a default transition. You right click on your favorite transition, and then you set it to the default transition. So like I said, basically my transition is for in between clips. I have this, so I can just basically make it my default transition. So when you've done that, then whenever you want to apply, you just press Ctrl+D on the transition and you apply your default transition for you. So that's a quick tip, and that's it from me. Now you know how to apply transition between clips in Premiere Pro. Adjust them and even use shortcut to speed up your workflow. If this helps you in any way, just hit the like button, the subscribe, and then tell us in comment section which transition video you want us to make. So thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening from anywhere you're watching, and welcome back. In this video, I will show you all the different ways you can join clips in Adobe Premiere Pro. Whether you want your clips to play smoothly, play back to back, match audio and video that were recorded separately, or combine multiple clips in one, it will all be covered in this video. So let's get started. The easiest way is what we call simple join, by just simply dragging the whole clips. So this is the easiest way to join your clips. You just drag it close to each other, and if there is any at all, for example, we have these clips together. Yeah, they were recorded seamlessly together, but let's assume they were like this, and like this, like this, like this. All we need to do is to either drag them and bring them together. That is join already. Or we right click here and click simple ripple delete. Right click, ripple delete. Right click, ripple delete. Or if we want to delete one of these, we just delete. The best way to delete it is to click on it and right click on it and click on ripple delete. So in that way, by implication and by easy means, we have joined them together by a method we call simple join. The second method is snap feature. Now, you look at this feature here, it's turned on, it's called snap feature. So when this feature is turned on, if it's not on, let's say like this, all I need is to just press S on my keyboard and it's turned on. So whenever you drag a clip, it automatically, let's say, now this tool, this is what happens if this snap is not on. You will see it's not showing me where to snap it to. All right? It's just going to either have a gap or it enters into another clip. But with this turned on, when you reach here, it shows you where to drop it. You say that is the end. That's the end. That's the end. That's the end. So the tool enables you to be able to know where to drop it, not to pass your boundary as when it is not on. So that snap future tool helps you a lot, you see. So it can either create gap or not. So that is how the snap future tool helps you to automatically drag and drop without having it cross over or allowing you to have a gap. So it helps you to know exactly what you're doing. So the next method, which is the most important method, is the nesting. Now, if I have all of this now, let's say I want to be able to put one or two things together on it. Let's say I've been able to cut off all the unwanted part and I just want to edit this together. All that I need to do is to right click on this and click on nest. Now I will now name it, let's say I just say one cam. Then okay. Now it's going to nest the whole of these clips together, allowing me, if I put maybe adjustment layer or anything and do anything, or without even, if I just make any change to any of these things, it will affect all of the clips. Anything I do to one clip will affect all of it. So I have been able to successfully join this. So this enables you in terms of color grading, in terms of a lot of things. It helps you to do that. So if I want to edit them separately, I have to double click on it and it will take me back to where they are, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. So that is another trick for you to do when you're joining the clips. So another clip, which is the last one, is assuming you have, because we're looking at joining, you have your videos and your audios recorded separately. Let me unlink this. So you have them unlinked. They are not together. They are recorded separately and you'll be able to maybe sync them together. Now you want to join them together so that you don't move video out and the audio is still there. So you just highlight all of them, right click, and then you come and say group. So once you group them, all of them will be grouped together. But mind you, if you are looking at just doing this one by one, you link them together. You right click and link them together. Right click and link them together so that each clip still have its independency. Its independency. So you see that all the clips with their independency, they have their audio linked to them as it should, not as you highlight all of them and group. Instead of grouping, you just do what? Right click and nest them instead of grouping. So you just nest, all right? We've already nested it, so no need for that. So you see that it's nested. So that is that for that. So those are the main ways to which you can join clips in Premiere Pro. You simply drag and drop. Using the snapping and then the nesting, matching audio and video and exporting as one clip. Super useful for keeping your timeline clean and organized. If you found this helpful, don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and let know in the comment what Premiere Pro tips you would like to see next. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Hey everyone, welcome back. In this video, I will show you all the different ways you can cut clips in Adobe Premiere Pro. Cutting is one of the most basic but most important editing skills any aspiring videographers need to have. So let's go through every method step by step. The first method I want to show you is the razor tool. Now, I have a clip here that I want to clip. So all I need to do is to come, you see it with the symbol of a razor. If I click on it, So all I need to do is to hover this one, which is called playhead. This is called playhead. So I'll hover it and maybe listen to the video, and maybe where I see that there is mistake, or where I see that it's not really rhyming, or I want to cut it to be able to edit, I'll just click on this and you'll see that it will clip. If I just continue going and begin to click, now you can see that with the razor tool I can split this to any way I want. So the razor tool is the easiest and the simplest in terms of trying to cut or clip any video on Adobe Premiere Pro. Now whenever you click on it, automatically the clip split into 2 or 3, like you see that I split now. See that it keeps going and keep going until you're done whatever. If you want to delete and all of that, that's basically you've been able to split it so you can do whatever you want to do with it. The second method is even faster. So let's Ctrl Z. Alright, so I have everything back to where it was before. So the second method is even faster. All I need to do is to go back to, let me return it back to the move selection tool. All that you need to do to be able to split with this one is just to move your playhead to any portion of the video that you want to split, and then you press Ctrl and K on the Windows system. I'm using a Windows system, so I don't know of Mac, but all you need to do is to move the playhead to anywhere you want, press Ctrl K. You see it instantly split. Ctrl K, it's instantly split. So this is another way you can cut your clips on Adobe Premiere Pro. Now, in an instance or in a case where you have multiple clips, let me go to this sequence I created. You have multiple clips and you want to cut them together. For example, these multiple clips here, if I remove this, you see that it's a screen recording. It's a screen recording. If I remove this, it's a screen recording. You can see it's a screen recording of a tutorial I made on how to use a specific software. So if I remove this one and close this, you see that it's another camera angle. If I close the two, you see, so I have 3 camera angles basically. Now you want to edit it, you want to clip it out, you want to cut. Basically, it's not the same as just using the razor tool or using Ctrl K. This time around, there are 2 ways to which you can use it. One is to press a shift, go to your razor tool and hold shift. Then you see the moment you hold, this whole alignment become white. So if you click, you see that it clips it directly right, all the clips including the audio. If you don't want the audio to be included, all you need to do is to come this side and juggle this audio off. So once you do that and you hold the shift while it is on the razor tool, you click on this, it cuts them without cutting the audio. Without cutting the audio. Now the next one in this multiple is, all you need to do is to hold shift, Ctrl and K, moving your playhead to any part of this. You just hold shift, Ctrl K. You see it splits it. So this is the third method I want to show you. So another way you want to cut a video is by trimming. So let's use this one on this sequence 1. So let's return everything back. Oh. So we have this. It's the 4th steps is by trimming. So when you want to trim, let's say you have to this place, you've played it and you have to this place to trim out or cut. You need to just bring it to the end of the clips and you see it turns into a red head. You drag it. That's all. It has gone out. It shortens the clip. This remove part of it without the razor. So if I want to do that here, maybe I'll just do like this, and that's all. So the final tool I want to show you is the Ripple Edit tool, which is found right above this, the Ripple Edit tool. With this tool, if I want to edit here, all I need to just drag, and then it comes with this one. You know, the Ripple Delete, they automatically, once you strike that, it brings them together. So Ripple Edit tool, if I want to remove up to this place, it will cover with the next clip. If I do that to here, if I do that from here, here it's going to also make sure it covers the space. And that's it all the way. I've been able to show you all the ways to cut clips in Premiere Pro, from the razor tool to the playhead shortcut, cut all tracks, trimming and ripple trim. Try them out and see which one works best for your workflow. If this helped, hit the like button, subscribe, and drop a comment if you want me to cover more editing tricks. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.
Hi everyone, welcome to Victor Shamaki. So today we are going back to the beginning of the beginning. We're looking at how we're just going to tour the interface of the Premiere Pro we've been using for some time now. So let's get right into it without wasting any time. So I'm using Premiere Pro 2024. So here is it. I'm just going to click on it for it to open. So when it opens, if you've been using it, you have other, like these are recent files that have been worked upon. So you can either open any of the recent, or you open a new project, because these are all projects, or you create a new project. So we're going to create a new project. So when you click on the create new, you see project name. So we're going to write the project name, let's say we are working on tutorials. I'm just going to write TUT, and then the folder, you must also choose a folder to which you want it to be. So you just quickly choose a folder. If you do not choose any folder, it's going to be at the default location of your installation, which is Document and Adobe and then Premiere Pro. So if you choose location, this is where your project files will be found. You can see that this is the default location where all of them are. So I prefer this because that's where I want my files to be. It's easier for me. So I won't be changing this location. All I need to do is to write this name and allow it to. So the project location will be where your project will be. So if you have any template, you can choose a template. We have this one's came with it. We have broadcasting template, we have social media template, standard. But I used to ignore all of those, and then I'll click on. And then, you know, on the sequence, you're going to have. So this is what will be coming with it. It's going to copy media. It's going, okay, copy media is off. If you turn it on, it's require media encoder. So new bin is on, and then create sequence is on. It's starting with sequence 1. So all of that, then you just click on. You're asking whether you should enable language auto dictation. Yeah, you can click on it, and then let's say create. So this will create a new project. Now once created, this is the interface of the Premiere Pro. Okay, so we have here this very portion like this. This is where you will import. This is where you import images, pictures, videos, and all of that into. And this is referring to as your project panel. This site is where you will be taking control, like effect and all of that in this area. So this is more like your effect, or I'll just say this is more like your effect panel. And this place is known as your timeline, where you'll be editing, where you'll be cutting, you'll be putting different effects and all of that, text, and also this place is known as your timeline. Then this is known as your the two places where your work are. We have program and reference. Now the program, or the source, the program is where you will see your final display, like whether you've put text, you put everything for your final output will be at your display. And the reference, or source, is basically where you will preview the file before you add it to this to your timeline. All right, so basically these are the most important. Just these four are the main thing. So also, if you come under Windows and come to this, you see that I left mine at all panels. Now this allows me to have all of these other side, like the effect, the essential graphics, essential sound, Lumitrix, color, all of them to be arranged by the side, so that whenever I need any of them, if I need any effect, I can just click on effect. If I need graphics, I'll just click on it. So basically this is, you can change your workspace to either you're going on editing, essential, anyone you want to do. So, but I prefer to leave mine at all panels. Then under the last one is the tool panel, where all the tools, like the selection tool, the tracks fork select, the ripple edit, razor tool, slip tool, pen tool, rectangle tool, hand tool, and text tool, all of these are found. So these are just the preliminary of all of this. Then we also have the sequence, which are like, you can have within this timelines, you can have sequence 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can have as many sequences as possible as they are within this place. So if you want to create a new sequence, you just click on file, then go to new, and then you see sequence. So you can create another sequence. You can name the sequence, and then you can also choose you can choose the resolution, or the resolution of the sequence, so that whenever you bring in the video, maybe based on the videos, how the video was shot, the frame rate, the other things, you can just make sure whatever you're setting at your new sequence corresponds to those. Because you can see now we have HD 1080p 25 frame per second. So you have to choose it based on what you shoot. So you can have sequence 1, sequence 2, and all of that, and then you can have all of these ones. So on Windows, you could, anytime you have anything, you can also come to Windows and you can reset the workspace, which it will reset the workspace to the way it was. Let's say you've maybe mistakenly done some things and all of that. So your Windows then workspace can either change from one workspace to other. You can also save it as a new workspace. You can also do that. So then the graphics and titles, this very current version, I think the legacy text has already been taken off from the old version. So now you either have to install a motion graphics, or you create a motion graphics by yourself. And the markers are basically like the marks in. This marks in from the beginning, then marks out, marks out at the end and all of that. So basically these are what these marks are all about. So you just explore them and all of that. So basically this is just the very interface of the Premiere Pro. So we'll continue with exploring all the other series in the Premiere Pro mastering class. So I'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe. Welcome to Victor Shamaki. Today I'm going to show you how to import and use motion graphics into Adobe Premiere Pro. So when you have motion graphics and you want to import them, there are basically two ways to which you can do that. Now, first and foremost, before you go to where you can be able to do that, you need to know where to go. So you need to get to Essential Graphics, and basic for me, I just go to Windows, Workspace, and make sure that it's all on all panels. So once I have that done, it gives me all the other options like essential sound, Lumetri colors, and all of that. So I have Essential Graphics here, so I just need to grab on it and come down to the last, and then you're going to see this. I use this mostly when it is just a quick select. All right, so once I click on this, it's going to take me to locate a folder to which I have motion graphics. So I do have here, I have that of text and that of this. So now if I want to select all of this, I want to select all of them, it's not going to do, which means I just need to pick one and click on open. So once I do that, it's going to come at the top, the very first of it. Now, but you see, this is not too ideal, because imagine I have plenty and I want everything to be in it. All right, so for us to do measure, we need to close down this very software. All right, so we're going to close it down and then do the second one. So all right, so next what you need to do is to select these two, the folder, copy this folder. So once you copy it, you go to your local disk C, then you go to user, then you go to, like me, my PC name is HP, that's the name that I save. Then from this HP, I'm going to come to inside here. Now most of the times this app data may not be showing, so you need to make sure that it's a hidden data, a hidden app data. Normally, ideally it's hidden, so you need to make it accessible. So once you've done that, you see app data, so you click on app data, then you click on roaming, and then you click on Adobe, then you come down to common, and on this common you see that there are quite a lot of things when you bring them come here. So you can bring in lots, you can bring in media card, you can bring in motion graphics, right? So which is what we want to do now. I have quite ordered some of the motion graphics, so I'm going to right click and copy those ones, paste them. All right, so I've pasted those two that I bring in, which you can see when we see them, you'll be able to identify them, right? So now the next is to open up the software again, as the Adobe Premiere Pro. So it's open. Let's open our data again, our software again. So this, okay, so we cancel this because I've worked on it before and it's no longer there again. So once we go back, it's open now. So once we go back to the Essential Graphics, now This time around, it's not going to be at the top again, it's going to be down. So all you need to do is to be able to identify those files. So you can see from the transition that these are what I first look and understand. So these are those ones that I've used them. So these are from transition to all of those ones to the text and everything that I've imported. As far as it is on this folder, so it is on this very folder, you will be able to access all of them at once, no matter how many they are. So how do we use them? Yeah, so all you need to do to use motion graphics, you select anyone. Like for example, now this is a wedding and I wanted to maybe write something as the pastor is about to join the two of them. Now I will just come down to the motion graphics and then look for anything now, maybe like a text. If I want to use a text, so I'll just drag this from the essential graphics and I will drop it up here. It's going to load. So once it's done loading, if I play, you will see what it's defaultly written there. So you see it's written Monica Ferguson Fashion Motion Designer. Alright, so now what is left for me to do is to edit this. So I'm going to click on the text, then automatically it's going to switch from browse to edit. So this allows me to write whatever I want to write. I can write solemnization, or can write wedding solemnization. Hope I'm right with the spelling. Solemnization. Alright. Then under, I can change font. I can decrease it, I can increase it, you can see. So whatever I want to do, you have a full control. I can make it bigger using this, you see, so it become bolder. I can change the type of it, whether I want it to be black or I want to, so you can do all of that. So here also you can control both of them, whether make them bigger or make it smaller. And then you can come down to the motion designer and maybe change whatever you want to change with it. So you can, once you're done, you can also show this. If you click on this, it will show here, so you see. But you can't edit anything here. You have to do everything here just for it to show here, so that you know which one is which one. So that's basically how you can import motion graphics and edit it. You can also change all of these colors, so you just need to follow through and get that done. So that's it from me today, and thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.
Hey everyone, in this tutorial I will show you how to organize your project panel in Adobe Premiere Pro using the bins and folders, a must know for keeping your edits clean and efficient. So before we proceed, what are bins? So in Premiere Pro, bins work just like folders on your computers or on your computer, since it's only you, alright? They let you group your clips by type, like maybe video one side, audio, graphics, or sequence, so you are not digging through a messy project later. So basically just think of bins as a drawers in a filing cabinet. The neater you set them up, the faster you'll find what you need. So to get started, bins or folders are created on the project panel. Alright, so now we do not have anything basically right inside here, so we're just going to have it created. So this is where we will create bins from. So you see it looks like folder. Once you click on it, it automatically creates a bin. Alright, So when you create a bin, now let's start creating bins for video. I'm just going to say vids. I will click again and create vids for music. Then we'll click again and create for, oh my god. Now here's where the whole issue. I've this. Okay, let me turn this into the project. So I'm just going to say project. All right. So that every other thing is inside, both the music and all of that are inside. All right. So I have to delete this. Yes. So that we left it only music. So from music now I'm going to create this. Yes. So I'm going to create a video now. So I'll go back up here to click and create graphics now. Then I'll go back up there to create for what again? Let's say sequence. Oh, sorry. Click on bins and create for sequence. So now what you need to do is to organize your everything inside here. Now I double click on this now. Whatever I'm going to import will come inside the video folder. So let's say I picked all of those videos. They're going to come into the video vids. So if I click here again, you see these are all of them under that side. So if let's go back to this. So you see that all of them are under video. If I close down video now, you see that there's no more thing, right? So the next is to double click on music and import the music. Now the music, maybe the background music I intend to use for this. So I will just go and then music. Now let's say they are all of this. So I will just pick this. Whether it is background music, it is audio that you want to add to the whole thing, you can do that. So I'm going to go back to the let's double click on it again. So if I close down the music tab, you see that everything music has. Now this keeps your work organized, that you just come up here and you just basically look at what you're looking for. You know that, okay, you have sequence. Okay, these are all for the sequence that I have. This is all for graphics. This is all for maybe like some graphical text or some things you bring in, flyers and all of that you intend to add to your timeline. You just basically go through them and you begin to bring them. And then you see that when you organize them into a folder, you can easily just go and check and then you're good to go. Now, make sure you use clear names, short names, instead of just writing one long background music, all of that. So just use a clear folder, because sometimes while you are editing or you are in the process of preparing all of these things, you may forget what that even means at that moment. So basically you have to do all of that. Okay, so you could have maybe another thing is, maybe let's say you have bring all of the feed, the clips, the footage into this place before creating this folders or bins. You can easily just drag them and drop them in the appropriate. Let's say I made mistake, I can just drag this and bring it to any of the sequence up here. If I feel this is the appropriate one, I'll just drop it here. All right. So it's the same thing, but I decided to just organize it once and for all. So this will keep all your workings, all of it, to keep it well intact, especially when you're working on big project. You can create also some subfolders, just like under these videos. You can maybe do A-roll, B-rolls, and all of your main clips, your B-rolls, and all of that. You can also create sub inside a a bins folder and all of that. Like maybe you're working for a 30 days something. So if you have created the whole videos for that 30 days, you now create okay day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4 and all of that, because all of this will allow you to search and filter. At the end of the day, you can use the search bar at the top of the project to search for anything you're looking for, so that it gives you an easier this thing. And that's it. By using bins and folder, you will save time, stay organized, and make editing way less stressful. Get into the habit of organizing as soon as you import your files. Don't wait until project is already messy. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more editing tips. For now, bye-bye. Hello everyone, welcome back. In this quick tutorial, I will show you 4 different ways to import media files into Adobe Premiere Pro. I'm using Premiere Pro 2024, so any version, whether it's more newer than my own or it's less than my own, no problem. You will find similarities because they are the same thing, just improvement and all of that. So we'll explain which method is best for different situations and share some useful tips along the way. So gear up and let's jump in. So method 1, I call it file menu. Now, when in the last video we explained what the project panel is all about. So from the project panel, that's where we're going to import the first one. From what you're seeing here now, if you double click, it should take you to that, or if you right click also, you should be able to see where to import. Okay, so either you double click or you right click, you will be able to see where to import. So from that very location, you just navigate to where your data is, and if there are more than one, you just hold shift and select all of them, then you click on open. So all of them will be added to your project panel, on which you can drag from here, order all of them, or you take them one by one and bring them to your timeline. Alright, so this now, once I selected all of them, so you will see that the whole of them will all come out to be here. Alright, so this method 1 is best for beginners because it's clear and it's easy to find. And then if you are ever unsure where your clips went, maybe while you're working and all of that, check the project panel, which is here, because Premiere Pro never loses them. They are there. It's just maybe you just need to check and then see that they are there, because like I said, Premiere never loses them. So the next tips, which is tips number 2, or method number 2 rather, is drag and drop. So you can just go into your window and then grab them, shift and all of that. Let's say you want to bring all of these, or if it's just this you want to bring, just drag it and then you take it straight into Premiere Pro, and either you drop it at the project panel or you take it straight to timeline and it will automatically show. So this is another method, and this is best for small project, especially when you only have few clips or 1 clips or thereabout. It's best for small project and when you want to just quickly test the clips or something like that. So when dragging to the timeline, Premiere automatically creates a sequence that matches your clip settings. Super handy for quick edit. Alright, so the third method is the shortcut method, which you can easily just press Ctrl I on window or Command I. So Ctrl plus I, it will just pop you up to importing, and then you just click and then you import. So it's going to go directly to your project panel. From your project panel, you just drag and you drop on your timeline. So that is the third method
So this is best for editor who want to speed, who wants speed and efficiency. Yeah. So this combines with organizing your files into folders beforehand. That way, when you import your project, it stays neat. Sorry. So basically, what I'm trying to say here is, while you are trying to use this shortcut, which is a third method, you can organize them into a folder. Let's go. If you come here, you create a new bin. You can see, create a new bin, which is like a folder here, and then you name it. Maybe let's say shortcut, and all of that. Oh, sorry, the spelling. So with this now, when you open it, when you open this, you should be able to put work inside here, which will help organize your work. That's what I was trying to explain. So the last method is the browser method, media browser method, sorry. So with this, all you need to do is to go to the media browser on your project panel. So from the media, you will go to where your file is. So let's locate it. We have local disk. We have, so let's go through the local disk, I guess. So let's go here. And then we'll have to go to Windows, or users, or rather, users. Then we'll go to public. So we'll go to HP, which is my device. Alright, so let's locate our videos. So open my videos so you can see all the videos here. Now I can just drag, sorry, I'm not dragging, I'll just right click and click on import. So with that, it will come to the timeline automatically. Now this very method is best for large projects, or when working with camera card, especially when you're working with RED, you're working with industry standard kind of cameras, that you have metadata, it has a lot of other things. For it to organize everything for you you use this media browser, as it is best when you're working with that, because it preserves the metadata and ensures all linked audios and videos comes in correctly without any glitches and all of that. So use the search bar inside media browser to quickly find specific clips in big project. It's a lifesaver when handling hundreds of files. Alright, so when you are in the media browser, you can use the search. You can use the search. Sorry, I need to expand this so that we can see everything. Yeah, so you can use this search tool to find for a particular clips and all of that, so that it saves you time and saves you energy and all of that, because it's actually, this method is actually a lifesaver when it comes to when you're using big clips and all of that. So, and that's it. 4 ways to import media into Premiere Pro. For beginners, we started with the file menu, and then we moved to the drag and drop, then we moved to shortcuts, and then we did it for big data, which is the media browser. So no matter which method you use, always keep your media organized in folders on your computer. That makes your editing workflow so much smoother. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, share, subscribe for more editing tips. Till I come your way again, for now, bye-bye. Hi everyone. In this lesson, I will show you how to save your Premiere Pro project and set up autosave so you never lose your hard work. To save project, easily just go to File, that's one, and then you come to Save. Now, because when you were creating this project, you have already saved out where you want the project to go. So once you click on File and then you click on Save, it saves directly there. All right. Now, or you can press Ctrl S on the keyboard or Command plus S on the Mac. The Ctrl plus S is on Windows and Command plus S is on Mac. Your project will save as a .prproj, that's Premiere Pro, Premiere Project. All right. So which contains all your editing decisions, but not the actual media files. It's just like a reference. We've saved it here. Once there is as far as the media files are within the allotted locations you've identified or where you brought them from, you will be able to access everything. All right. So always save your project inside the same folder where your media is stored. This keeps your project organized and prevents missing file issues later. Save as. You go to file again and then you see save as option, or you can do Ctrl plus Shift plus S on the keyboard. This will allow you to save the project as. So maybe you want to resave the project somewhere else and all of that. So that's another one. And then you could also save it as a copy. Save a copy. This will allow you to save the project as a copy and keep. In other software, this save a copy means that you want to save it for other versions, but this one doesn't. I didn't see that option and all of that. So these are all the options allotted for you to save, and you can also save it as a template. All right, then you can just click on save all. So basically, this is very useful. The save as is useful when you want to save the project for another, let's say version 2 of the project and all of that. But that's that. This really useful if you're making big changes but want to keep a backup of your earlier version. Yes. So you've worked on this video to something, maybe, or you're working on a template and all of that, and you work it to a certain degree, so you want to just save it on another version, but you want to keep a copy of the other in case you want to go back a previous, maybe to previous edit, like maybe a bit before the changes you've made. You can use save as. All right. So the professional editors save multiple versions so that they can roll back if a client doesn't like the latest change. If a client doesn't like it, you have no choice. So imagine you didn't have versions of it. Maybe in this version they like it. You now make an adjustment to another version. They don't like that one, so you can easily just roll back to this one. So that's where that one comes in handy. So the next thing we want to do is the auto save. So the auto save is a feature that is a must used in Premiere Pro. So let's set it up now. To set up the auto save, you go to edit and then you go down to preference. Then on preferences, you will come down to auto save. Now, they will ask you to allow access if you've never used it before. I've never used it. So now here they're asking auto save, automatically save project. Yes. So once this, you can either turn it or activate it. So now I've activated it. Now I usually use those 1 minute, like every 1 minute it should save. And then you could also, if you want to maximize space on your system, you make it like 5 projects. So you only have history of your most recent project, but you can use 100 so that you have a list of hundreds of projects that it has done. All right. So you just click on auto save, also save the current project. So once it's auto saving, you also save other project. Now the folder to which you want this auto save to be, you can also change it. You can make it as either the same folder as where your work are, or you can leave it at the default folder. So let's take it to where the ones I have all my work are, so that they can be in the same place. So I'll just click on save it here. Once it is saved in this place, I will now click on OK. So after every 1 minute, it will be auto saving this, allowing me not to lose anything that I have done without it's saving, having a backup all the time. So
see how often Premiere Pro saves your project. That's the purpose of that time we saved. And then, enable saving a copy to Creative Cloud if you're logged in. But I don't have a Creative Cloud account for now. So if you have a Creative Cloud account, check that other options for Creative Cloud so that it also backs it up to Creative Cloud and all of that. So keep at least 20 autosave versions. Like I said, you see 20, but I make 100 so that I can have as many versions as possible, so that in case there is a particular back distance, you can still go ahead and check that. So where does autosave store? We've already make all of those adjustments, and you can rename your autosave folders and versions to external drive. Yes, this is very important. Rename it, take it to your external drive, so that whenever I've had issues where I finish editing a video of over how many gig, and then all of a sudden the current thing got damaged. I had to rely on autosaves, and autosave were not saving. It was saving once in a week or something. It wasn't even turned on, and I have to go back and start editing again. That is not really nice. So this autosave feature saves you a lot of trouble, and then you can be sure that your work will not be going back in time like that. And that's how you save project and set up auto save in Premiere Pro. We have already, as a recap, we said use Ctrl S or Command S to save often, use save